100.5. There's Brandy. There's our Digi-Dude there, Nate, in studio. The very attractive, very funny, and extremely miserable because she's up so early in the morning. Lynne Koplitz, who, by the way, Punchline back open tonight, tomorrow, and Sunday. I mean, it's open for good, but Lynn's going to be there tonight, tomorrow, and Sunday. Tickets available, punchline.com. So now the Punchline is at 3652 Roswell Road, Northeast. Is that correct, Mr. Jamie Bendel?
That is correct.
All right, so that's where we can go find. And you're in the Landmark, right?
Inside the Landmark Diner. I got 200 seats in there. It's a great, neat space.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. Hold on.
Flip that around.
Flip that around.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Testing 1, 2, 3, testing.
There you go. How are you, Lynn?
Hi, I'm good.
Yeah.
I heard you guys talking about me. I pulled my sweatshirt off before I came in here.
That's my fault. I'm the sexist pig. You're the racist.
Yeah. What did you say?
I said that Lynn to me is the most attractive comedian there is on the female
You did say
side.
that. I do remember that. I was there for that.
I've always thought that. I love her face. I love her hair, her breast line. And all I said was, I hope Lynn's not in here in a sweatshirt and sweats covered up, because nobody cares about morning radio. They don't get dolled up. And she was wearing a cashmere sweater and she took it off.
Were you really?
Yeah, that's right there. I used to care more, but I'm getting older. It's like now when people say hot, I always think hot flashing.
I think menopause.
I have to go on stage with a fan,
You have to wave yourself.
And I've accidentally gained a little weight. It
Accidentally?
all happens.
How do you accidentally do that?
Here's the thing. My manager said recently, how do I get you to lose weight? And I'm like, well, you could tell people to stop sleeping with me. And get me to stop working, because other than that, I don't have any incentive. While there is still a Mexican man breathing, you pass me a donut.
Must be tough on the road, Lynn. It sounds horrible.
I love Mexican men. You don't even need a waist.
Is that what?
They don't care.
That's why you spend most of your days doing comedy in Florida.
Puerto Rican and black men like a waist, but Mexicans, they don't care. You don't even need a waist. They're like, she's soft.
She's so soft. She's got a beautiful face.
She's like a tortilla.
Yes. She's like a big chair.
Oh, my God. I just want to sit in it.
That's funny. Well, it's good that the Punchline's back open, and again, bringing headliners like Lynn back in here. We had this conversation the other day because there's another place in town that's closing up shop soon that's been around for a couple years, and I think this conversation has been totally misconstrued, misunderstood. As I was talking to Jamie Bendel about this, the owner of Punchline, is that we got heat for saying that places like the Punchline, I mean, you know this, you've been doing comedy for so long, Lynn, you need
I love when a young guy looks at me and says, you've been doing this for like when there wasn't anything but comedy, the TV didn't exist.
Didn't you do it?
Hold on for a second.
Before there were microphones and you had to scream out in the crowd?
Lynn, you know that you're only 6 years older than me? The only difference is I don't sleep with Mexicans.
Yeah, and you wear way more hair product.
That's true, too.
No, can you tell that he dippity doos? Does he look like a Nazi to you?
A Nazi?
The haircut.
So says the guy with fake hair and a ponytail.
It's not
if this is going to be a rip session, bring it on.
No.
This is my favorite times.
This is 100%. You know what? I healed the hair. I put in 800 hair strands across my headline right here.
I love the honesty of you.
Yeah.
You see the bolts coming out of the side of his face?
All I did was, as I said, I want to be perfect. So if you can just lower my hairline a little bit, then I'll be perfect.
What are they, like plugs?
No, they're not plugs. It's my own hair. They move from the rear to the front. And
like
I did
rear.
that. Yeah. So look, this hair is going to grow in thick as hell, and it's thick everywhere else.
Good.
Doesn't it look fantastic? Don't it look great?
I told you did when I walked in.
She did. I've already kissed her cheek once.
I didn't notice that. I like that. But you should do like girls do. Just if you could take it from here and then just side swoop it.
Cut my bangs.
Or not.
It's all one length.
That was a nightmare for me. But just take it and do it over to the side more.
Your bang. I could do that. Your bangs look fantastic, by the way.
You think so? The girl who cut them was angry when she did it. She literally was talking about something and she was like, and then the woman did this and then she said this to me and I was like, you need to stop and put the scissors down and we can talk. You were slicing the front of my face.
Steve before looked like the Crypt Keeper and then he got this hair thing done. It was just like 5 strands of hair.
I did not. All I did was put a little touch up on there. That's all I did.
You know what? I love that you're honest about it. And I dated a guy who had actual hair plugs and every morning I would wake up and just stare and get really close.
Oh, that's horrible.
Because he wouldn't talk about it. I would ask him. Finally, I said, I can't date this guy anymore. My mom's like, why? I'm like, because he's just... I feel like he's a liar. Like, he's got these obvious...
You'd want somebody to be honest
You
about
could
that.
see, like, the... pores. You know, like with you can't see anything.
Oh, well, no,
it looks like your hair.
It's different when you do your own hair. There are people out there that put doll hair in, and I'm totally against that. That's not what we do.
we have a bald Barbie doll in the other room over there.
Actually, I moved some pit hair over here.
It was like weird science. We hooked it up to a computer, and a thunderstorm came, and then Steve's hair grew.
Instead of making a hot woman, you guys just grew Steve's hair.
Well, they wanted to do some donor spots. I don't have hair on my back or my bottom. My bottom looks like that of a 10-year-old.
You just missed the nuclear missile that we got taken out of here.
All right, enough with this weird science crap. So I took pit hair, but
from a black guy.
Steve is just completely married to, like, I'm going to finish the bit if it kills
it's
me.
good. You have to, Lynn. You do that too when you're on stage. When you've got somebody heckling you, you have to finish the bit. Bailey is heckling me with weird science crap.
Well, you, in all fairness, you did start by calling him a Nazi right out of the
I'm sorry. You know what?
Well, that's not offensive at all. I mean, people that killed thousands of Jews. Just feel free to call me whatever you want.
I don't mean a Nazi as a person or their personality. It's just the look. It's that everybody's into it now, where you cut it really high on the sides and then you've got it heavy on top.
Steve, it's called not the 70s.
No. You know what it is? That hip haircut. But every time I watch the old World War II movies, that's what it reminds me of. It is that look.
I wouldn't put him on. I'd keep him on our side. I'd say it is a military cut.
It's a military cut.
Dude, you and I are going to have a major... Hold on for a second, Lynn. Excuse me for a second. You and I, at 9 o'clock, are going to have a serious conversation.
Because we rarely do.
At 9.
Well, again, comedy is back.
But I would say his hair is top. To finish my bit, I would say his hair is Top Gun, more Top Gun.
Thank you. I love to be a gay volleyball player.
Hold on, you're giving
more Maverick than Goose.
Yeah, you're not the Iceman. More Maverick. I'd agree with that.
I just play volleyball with the fellas in my sweatpants.
By the way,
and sing to girls in nightclubs.
Bailey's greatest memories of college are shirtless, riding around with his best buddy in his Honda Prelude, listening to Collective Soul.
Okay, none of that was bad until it was in the Prelude.
He's in a Prelude. That was his car. He thought he was a stud. He drove it one-handed. Prelude. It wasn't a shifter.
I'm still waiting to find out what's wrong with this story.
He talks about every shirt of Bailey is like he's shirtless. I'm like, dude, can you put on a shirt?
Shad and I had good times in the Prelude.
Shad?
Shad, yeah.
His name was Shad.
Mm-hmm. I call him Buddy for short.
I bet you did.
It was his pal.
Butty. All right, hold on. Let me go back to this. All right, so
that's really gay.
Lynne Koplitz in studio. Punchline tonight, tomorrow, Sunday. Punchline.com. Here's the deal. We had this conversation, Lynn. You obviously don't know about this, but it's been misconstrued and misunderstood. Steve got a couple texts from people that heard it. Jamie
got lit up a little bit
from the local comedy scene here. For some reason, it's being misconstrued as it was a shot to local comedy, and it was the total opposite.
What'd you say?
There's another establishment that
comedy sucks. It's dead.
People don't laugh anymore. I've got a new book coming out. Southside Steve, Too Tired to Laugh.
It's just the opposite, is what I said, because there's a lot of places in a lot of cities, especially Atlanta, because we're talking about another establishment closing down. A lot of local music establishments closing down. Is that it's tough to find a place to get your feet wet, to do the open mic nights, to get to a Lynn level, to get to a national level, and came to the conclusion that maybe it's a generation thing where they don't need to go out and actually watch it live, because they can go onto YouTube, they can go online, and comics can brand themselves online too. That's really what the conversation was about.
That's it.
So I don't know, Jamie, how it came back that we were being dicks about the whole thing. That bothers me a little bit.
Well, I think it stems from in a lot of circumstances for you guys, and this is, I think, being an advocate for doing what you guys do on a daily basis, is being on the radio every morning, providing good content and entertaining listeners is a hard gig, and it's a different skill set than a lot of comedians get just by doing gigs around town or open mic stuff.
Lynn's pretty good at it.
Well, obviously, but so but it's like anything else. As you're trying to develop your career and develop your time, trying to get a platform to be on the radio is sometimes challenging. So I think that sometimes the local performer has a natural, not animosity is probably too strong a word, but a natural conflict with trying to get known and respected and and all this other stuff. And so I think it just got taken a little bit out of context.
So, but what does that have to do with what we said? Because everything
I'll tell you.
Yeah.
You're reporting the truth, and whenever anyone has to close anything down or stop anything, what they're hearing is from their own perspective of the sadness of it not working. So when they hear you say that, you're just telling them the truth that, yeah, it's not, unfortunately, there isn't a demand for live comedy the way there used to be. And I think that just the reality of that is what sounds like a put down.
So you agree with what I said?
I think you're absolutely right, but I think that clubs like Jamie and Chris, like they didn't close it down, you know. They just Madonna'd it for a minute. They just took a minute, took a break, and now they're coming back up out of the flames, even bigger and better. And I think maybe that's what it, you know. Sometimes we just need to maybe not assume that things are gone away for good.
But
Just need a break.
It was a crappy thing what you said, Jason.
No, but you're right in terms
I'm a Nazi, of course. I say crappy things.
But look, the reality is the venues are
This is an air
non-traditional.
conditioner stand
Right,
there.
the kinds of places that are doing comedy shows are different than just 3 or 4 clubs in town. There are a lot of shows at a lot of different places, and it's just a different kind of a struggle in this kind of area.
So can we all agree that I was doing what I said was putting over the local comedy scene, meaning they need venues, more venues. I love to go to watch local comedy or comedy in general.
Or let themselves be known. Call in or tweet you guys or Facebook you and tell you, hey, we're here. Here's where we are.
The animosity thing, though, I've been there. I know what you're talking about.
But I will tell you, Jamie, and I give you a gold star. You kept the Punchline alive. It is alive. Punchline's the longest standing comedy club in Atlanta. It's all I know. And I think you guys are the gold star of the city, and it would have been a shame had you gone away. I'm glad you're back.
Well, and the good news is that all of the venues in town, when are making changes, are completely disconnected from actually the business of the club itself. With what's going on over in Buckhead, they may be back in a different venue. So it's not failure of people to be in the seats. It's redevelopment in our city in a lot of different places.
And that's fair enough. So it wasn't that they...
And the rumor is, Jamie, and we'll take a break, come back more with Lynn here, but the rumor is the only reason that Jamie Bendel reopened the Punchline is because Lynne Koplitz said, I'll come in and show you my boobs.
Do you do that for real?
Oh, please. They've all seen my boobs.
I haven't yet. Well, where have I been? Do you do this in your act?
Nobody wants to see my boobs now. You want to see? I'll pull one out on the break.
There it is.
You can see Lefty. She's up early.
Lefty's up before riding.
All right, give us a second. Punchline.com for tickets. You got to go see Lynn this weekend. It's Bailey and Southside Rock 100.5. Play with each other's hair and boobs.
They love each other.
She goes, your partner's cute. He's all serious, isn't he? He's not serious.
I'm not serious.
I mean,
No, you're sensitive.
you got to flip your mic again.
I messed
I love how you handle that thing, by the way.
Keep flipping.
God, I feel sorry for those Mexicans that you're sleeping with.
It's the same way I handle a penis with no care. It doesn't bend that way. Now it does. Breathe through the pain, Nancy.
All right, hold on. Be nice real quick because we got a sponsor we got to pop here real quick.
Oh, my God.
They're going to love being this.
Hey, is this Hudson?
Yeah, what's up, man?
How are you? Congratulations, my friend. You're now qualified for the Rock Sleigh, which is a 2016 Mazda CX-9, and also qualified for one of those weekly trips to the Shores Resort and Spa in Daytona Beach, all thanks to visitflorida.com and Mazda. That's all you there, Hudson.
Dude, that's awesome. I appreciate you.
Would you like to say hi to Lynne Koplitz?
Yeah, how you doing?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
Good. I'm doing much better now.
Oh, what are you wearing?
Not much.
Please tell
Where
us
are
more.
you? Are you in your car? Are you topless?
No, I'm in my car. I better put something on before anybody sees.
Okay.
Well, you can see Lynn and maybe show up nude at the Punchline tonight, tomorrow, and Sunday. Hang on, buddy. We got to get some information there.
I like the fact that I've learned that Lynn will flash the crowd occasionally, as long as there's no children at the venue, of course.
No, I don't flash the crowd. I don't think the crowd would care. I honestly, especially like in New York, I think I could have one boob out holding it crying, and they'd be like, "This isn't funny."
Are those real? Those are real, right?
These boobs?
They're real big.
Oh, look at them. They're so real. Yeah, this isn't nice real, though. I really feel like they've gotten, like, because I put weight on, like, now it's like a bosom. It's like a like that, like, black church lady bosom like that. Just like it's gone past boobs and into bosom. Yeah. Like I was on the subway in New York. This is not a bit. It's really true. And a little infant was looking at me and licked his lips. I was like, this is so disgusting when your boobs are so big they've turned into food on site.
You know what? They're like mobile vending machines for toddlers.
It's like a shamrock that for an alcoholic. 3 o'clock in the morning, they see a neon shamrock. Oh.
Do you think that happens with castaways? Like if you're a castaway and you're a chick and you're on an island and all it is salt water, you can't find a fresh stream and you can't find any coconuts or pineapples to drink the juice. Are you forced to breastfeed?
I mean,
the hell was that?
I mean, it's the only way to get nourishment, isn't it?
All of a sudden, I just had this image of like a Thanksgiving table with you, like having to make long conversation with you in a social setting beyond radio, and I thought, oh my, how like awkward Steve's family. Why is he talking about that?
Anybody else want to raise their hand and try to figure out what the hell that meant?
I just think that sometimes castaways have breastfed in the past. I just think it happens.
You mean if there's more than one? If you were by yourself, please, that'd be awful.
Don't add on.
Don't encourage.
Just don't encourage that.
Oh no, I would never allow someone to breastfeed on me if
Lynne,
we were just on an island alone.
Lynne.
How annoying.
Okay, what's annoying? Them breastfeeding on an island?
No, like I don't get any nourishment, but you're gonna try and
Steve, leave the room. Steve, just leave.
I got her going.
Just leave the freaking room.
You can do this bit at the Punchline tonight. It'll be fabulous.
They'll never have you back.
You'll kill.
Punchline's now closed once again. Reopen in 3 months.
Yeah, Jamie, you can find another location.
Headline will read, Punchline closes because Lynne Koplitz uses Southside Steve's stupid castaway bit.
Stupid castaway breast joke.
Opens up, and newly opens up in Southside Steve's living room.
Boom.
Now catch Lynne Koplitz at your local Chuck E. Cheese.
Hey.
You're going to demean her.
Chuck E. Cheese.
Dude, she brought a peanut butter and jelly sandwich in here.
Oh my God, don't you talk about that with your mason jar oatmeal.
He's on a diet.
I'm on a special diet. You know what they found?
It's called soft food for the 50-year-old.
No, I'll be honest with you. I turned 50 and I went in and they found 2 polyps. One of them was about as big around as a
polyp?
I don't know. It's like a small golf ball.
Ew. Where?
Small golf ball.
Versus a large golf ball. You know the ones that all the golfers sign at the U.S. Open?
You know the beginner golf ball you start with?
Wait, please tell me you are married, right?
Yeah.
Thank God, because this is why people, like I'm 48, this is why people our age can't date. Because this is what we want to talk about. It's like, I had a polyp.
And soft food.
And
hair transplant.
I'm talking about my hot flashes. And I'm like, I don't know, I got a weird itch right here. Like, we all just have the strangest.
His wife's 26.
Is she really?
And he's 50. So she gets bored with his shuffleboard stories from at the local country club.
He's asleep by 8:30. She's off.
Yeah.
All right, look, you people, I am
beep.
You know what?
Do you ever hear a car pulling out of the driveway as you're falling asleep?
Oh, my God. I can't believe you're tearing down my relationship. I'm a damn machine. All I am is I have the knowledge of a 50-year-old and the stamina of a 25-year-old.
Keep telling yourself
All right, oatmeal.
You know why?
That's why he's got a chair that takes him upstairs.
I'll be honest with you. I even talked to her. I said, I'm having, you got to watch all the stuff I'm eating. Your stool can get very hard. I've got to watch that. Because
you're 50.
I'm having too much protein in my diet. And she was talking to me, but she goes, you won't have any more polyps. And I went, okay, I got to be polyp free. Mm-hmm. They got to check me now every year. I'd never been checked.
You also need more calcium for the osteoporosis.
So I'm taking calcium pills. I'm doing all this stuff to harden everything.
Oh, damn. Sorry. Didn't mean to hit a sore spot for both of you elderly people.
Let me tell you, Mr. 40-year-old over here plays amateur tennis. He plays that men's tennis.
I play amateur tennis professionally.
That's what he says, yeah. He can't even walk. His knees are shot.
They're not shot. It's just because I play hard.
You two are
He played football in college and was shirtless in a prelude, and it cost him his knees.
Brandy. What?
Brandy, it's like this every day.
It's like hanging out with my 2 dads.
Well, it's like hanging out with my dad and granddad.
My dad and grandpa.
Really? You could have gone dad and older brother.
I was going to say my 2 uncles.
Thank you, dear. 2 uncles.
Seems like a great
And
uncle.
you'd be the uncle that was like, like the
I'd be
Puerto
Jesse.
Rican uncle who's like an infant.
Yeah.
I'd be Uncle Jesse. I'd be John Stamos. He'd be more like Uncle Buck.
Whatever.
Yes.
I'm not Uncle Buck.
I'm not going against Steve.
I know. We love each other too much. Is there anything new we should know to what we're going to see tonight? Anything new in your act?
Is there anything new? I'm doing some holiday stuff. I've talked about Mary's water breaking on a donkey and all that stuff.
That's awesome.
When I feel bad about my own life at Christmas, I always think
that. You can't say Mary's water broke on a donkey.
it did.
Just saying that. Just walk off stage
she had
after
a
that.
bad day. And we all think we're having a bad week at Christmas time, and poor Mary, her water's breaking on a donkey. She's with a man twice her age that she doesn't know. They both are together out of a dream.
Oh, no.
She is sticking
Bring
to
back
the
memories,
angel
Steve.
story. He's sticking to the dream.
Our Father who art in heaven, I'll be.
And then they get to the end.
God.
They get to the end, and even now, if there was a pregnant lady and you were in a Motel 8 and they knocked on your door and said, "We don't have anywhere, she's about to have a baby," you let her in.
I would always let
much
something in.
less. And by the way, there's a weird star following her. And all the animals are kind of freaking out. And we found out these 3 foreign guys really want to stop in. I'm just saying it feels like a mitzvah if you would give up your room for a couple hours and let her have this baby. Nope. Tell her to have it in the barn.
And why do those guys have gifts again?
and the gifts. Oh my gosh.
Don't
that's my
jump
other
in.
thing. She's like, they're like, Mary, 3 wise men are here. Thank God they brought gifts. Terrific. I hope what they bring, like hand sanitizer, towels, something to eat, hydrate me, gold, myrrh, and frankincense. What the heck? What is myrrh? Is it an antibiotic?
At least it was EOE at that time, politically correct, because one of the wise men were black, right? So there was one black guy at the nativity
Please,
scene.
they were. I mean, they were in the desert. They were all dark skinned.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, one was my nativity scene is really black. Maybe that's just because the kids took a Sharpie to one of them. I don't know, but
You never let your kids draw on baby Jesus.
all right, we got to do news here. We'll let you go, Lynn, before you choke. Punchline.
You guys are making me laugh.
Tonight, tomorrow, and Sunday. Punchline.com. A new location for the Punchline, 3652 Roswell Road. So make sure you check that out and go see our friend Lynn. Thanks for coming in, Lynn. You're
Thank
great.
you so
Lynn.
much. You guys are awesome. Come to the new location. It's really wonderful.
It is.
Definitely will.
Good job, Jamie.
All right, round 2 of News here up next. Good stuff up for grabs. 6 Flags tickets. Holiday in the Park, right, Brandon?
Yeah, Holiday in the Park going on right now. The entire park transformed into a magical Christmas spectacular. Millions of lights, Santa Claus, thrilling rides. For tickets and more, sixflags.com/overgeorgia.
All right, let's match up the audio at the correct headline.